We're going to see all of that and more now as CP Process goes live with Pledge and Mr. Slin casting 90 degrees in the blue going up against Broder in the red. ETF2L Season 15, week number 4, powered by Blackout Gaming, obviously hosted here on Team Fortress TV. Slin, are you in the map yet?
No.
Oh, that's okay. I'll take it away then, as right now we can see 90 degrees making their way through to the middle point, and we can see Delzik immediately gets shoved up from the bottom. Look at Jukebox flying through the air. He's going to be able to get some picks off, and the damage so far has been completely, taken away by Broder, because everything that they do, 90 degrees seem to do back at them. It is a 3 versus 3 at the moment. Both medics alive, both scouts alive for both teams. That means it is a scout versus medic. It's the weirdest battle I've ever seen. And Delzik and Rake pick up the first one. Can they pick up the second? It looks like 90 degrees is looking pretty good so far as Maryland now goes down. And a 3 versus 3 turns into a 2 versus 1 right now as both scouts from 90 degrees still up and running. Well, the Broder medic and Cookie have both decided to drop to the floor. Bimman does manage to pick up Captain Hacks, though, kind of on the follow-up. Very well played to him. So he manages to pick that guy up somewhere, I think, in between his second and the other second. Very confusing stuff right here. We see Rake picking up Bimman, though. In the process, and this middle is far from over as Broder comes in and cleans him house, and it's raining finished blood all over the floor at the moment as Broder picks up a very, very hot-fought first minute.
Okay, I'm back in here now. So yeah, sorry, I didn't have the map, and with the new Steam pipe, it makes it difficult to figure out where to put the map in your folders.
Yeah,
but,
it takes a
looks
while.
like a good mid there for Broder. It's actually going to be pretty even Ubers now. It sounded like an interesting exchange on my end. And now Broder actually might be considering moving their way in since 90 degrees are playing so far back. Yeah, they're actually wanting their way in through the choke now. Soldiers leading the way here. Rake, though, on top of the spire saying, nuh-uh, don't come in. Don't even think about jumping in here. And Broder just going to back out, let things even out once again. And typically at this point you'd see a soldier bomb. Yes, here that comes now. Jukebox high in the sky, trying to get some damage there onto the medic. Can they get Koss? No, but no, Koss is just backing himself off nice and safely. Still Zebosai all over the point here with his team, with his Uber now, and actually Rib picks up a kill onto the demo van. This is crucial here now as the Ubers are exchanged on the second point. Lots of flashing coming in from Koss. He's trying to save his players, and actually Rib is going to get dropped in the process there. That's devastating now for Broder, losing more and more players. The scouts are coming in for 90 degrees. Delzik picking up Zebosai there. Now Cookie and his scout partner, they were trying to make something happen, but no, Delzik is getting more and more kills, and Maryland is forced to back out to mid. Nice defense there from 90 degrees.
This is really what 90 degrees needed, Slin. Let's be completely honest. They needed this momentum change. They needed to stop Broder from just rolling into them and just stop them in their tracks for a little bit. Like, let's stop the train first. If you're going to get it started rolling straight afterward, that's okay. But we need to get it stopping in order to actually have any sort of movement into the other direction. As you can see, 90 degrees managing to do all right so far. Picking up the frag onto Jukebox. I would not be surprised to see them pushing here onto Choke in just a couple of seconds.
Yeah, there's a bit of a cocky jump there from Jukebox to try and make that happen, but it looks like Cookie is able to come in and get some picks here as well for his team. No scouts alive for 90 degrees means they're going to have a very hard time defending this spire, and actually the Uber is going to get popped by 90 degrees. This might be a really bad move here as Salmon goes down. They're down 2 players. Still, it looks like Broder's dropped their demo man here as well as Cookie picks up a kill on Captain Hacks in the IT there. And so they're player up now to the 2-on-1, and the scouts going down for 90 degrees. This is trouble now, and Broder are moving their way in towards last.
90 degrees gave Broder a lot of credit right there. I think they might have been able to fought that one off, but they gave him credit. Broder came in and said, well, that's all right. I'm just going to take this point for free then. And as soon as they came to defend, they picked the players off. And after a sort of a weird round, that's for sure, Broder is still going to keep on going where the train left off on that other map, Granary, as we can now see a 1-0 scoreline on the board. Can Broder keep on going? Can they keep the train rolling as fast as they have done during that first map? But look at Jukebox flying through the air already. He decides to jump back. I really thought he was going to go completely all in right there onto Suckper. He's not going to do it this time around, though. Now comes to the side, but it looks like this middle really even so far, and 90 degrees seem to be getting the better edge of this so far, Slin.
Yeah, Salmon came in and took down Rib, and now the scouts and the soldiers are going in hot for 90 degrees. That's going to force the combo back from Broder. Nice game sense there from Maryland to make it out alive still, but it looks like they're trying to keep the pressure on. 90 degrees already in towards the second point, trying to get some damage in towards the lobby, but they're not able to get anything onto the combo still. That's going to make them get that 4th point down for free. The Uber, though, coming in from Broder. Nice shots out of the air. Delzik just juggling that soldier up in the air, not giving Zebosai a chance to come in, but he still comes in from behind and takes down the medic Koss from 90 degrees. Now without their medic, Broder are just coming in with the heals. Cookie, Zebosai both picking up kills on the Captain Hacks and Rake, and it's only the cleanup game here now as the scouts gonna get cleaned up at the choke. Suckper and Salmon the only ones alive here, and Broder turn that one around there, and able to get back towards mid.
Very well played by Broder, still turning it around every single time. They're looking to just be very, very well coordinated at this moment in time. As you can see Broder making their way through to the middle right now. They get the pick of the salmon. Delzik is already is about to spawn, really, and that 6 versus 4 advantage. Broder turns immediately into a cap on middle. Now, let's take a look at the jukebox, because I think, yeah, there he goes. He's already on an adventure, and Rake is going to be able to be the victim out of that one. Jukebox manages to pick him up with a double rocket there onto the sewer area. 90 degrees is going to have to sit a little bit back, but again, last time they gave him credit. If you look at the Uber charges right now, Koss is even a little bit ahead of Maryland, but look again, they're letting Broder get in. They give him free space. They can hold that. And yeah, of course, it is a 5 versus 4. It might not be ideal, but the amount of credit that Broder gets just for being aggressive, you need to stop them in their tracks. And now with a crit streak ready to rock and roll, Maryland and Rib making their way through. Maryland immediately gets forced out by that scout. And with Koss dropping to the floor, really this can only be another 2-0.
Yeah, 90 degrees have this sort of passive hold on the second point there, and it worked previously. They're actually able to turn that one around and take back mid, but that time it didn't really work for them. They're just giving Broder too much space to work with, and if you let them through the choke for free, you're going to give them a chance to fight that off-Uber battle. And you can see that Broder has a stronger DM, so, you know, it favors them in that situation.
Well played so far once again by the Scandinavian plus Latvian train. Coming out in the red at the moment as Broder picks that 2-0 up. Can they make it 3-0? Or can 90 degrees do what they did last time around, which was make it 2-1 first, and then move on from there? As right now we can see the exchange happening again. 90 degrees not with a bad middle here, Slin, whatsoever. Broder's going to come around that right-hand side. And now finally the 90 degrees players are getting dropped to the floor, and it looks like, is that scout going to be able to pick him up? No, he cannot. It's Maryland with, I think he was 7 HP at that moment, managing to stay alive out of that one.
Yeah, Rib is so good. He just sneaks around that right side and through so much damage. And once your Demo Man goes down, it's really tough to win the mid there on process. And they couldn't even back their medic up in time. And now Maryland, with the full crit streak advantage, getting ready to move in towards the lobby here. And you see Rib peeking his way, and Jukebox gets that first crit streak rocket, taking down Salmon there. They need one more if they want to try and win this last. Rib in a lot of trouble. Scout pressure in, and Captain Hacks picks up 2 onto Maryland and Rib. Great picks coming in there as Delza grabs Jukebox as well. This push is falling apart for Broder.
Very well played at the moment still for 90 degrees. They hold on to this one, at least for the time being. Can they recap that second point again? It is all about not giving Broder credit, and it looks like, again, they're not going to push up the choke. They're going to decide to walk all the way back in good favor, let's be completely honest. But do you really need 3 players to block off Bibsy? Is that really the way it's supposed to work? As 90 degrees is really not relying on the DM anymore. They're trying to outplay Broder, but really outplaying the runners-up of last season is going to be a very, very tough nut to crack. As we can see, 90 degrees now making their way through the PC, as they do have that 100% Uber charge advantage.
Yeah, Broder are on Crits Creek. They have a sniper here as well. This is bad for them. The 90 degrees can need to come in and get some of these frags. They just completely whiffed this and didn't take anyone down. Finally taking down Rip at the choke. They need one more. The sniper's in a lot of trouble. Jukebox goes down in the second point, and now 90 degrees just coming in hot, getting all the Broder players zoned out here, but Maryland has that Crits Creek now. No Demo Man to crits onto, and they won't even be able to stop the second point here. And actually looks like 90 degrees are trying to get in the last already. Salmon tried to make a play. That Crits Creek is forced here now. Zebosai trying to make something happen from rollout, and the scouts are now coming in, pushing through the lobby with the rest of that crits, and looks like Cookie goes down himself, though, to take down Captain Hacks, and more trades going down. Broder, though, with the number advantage after that Crits Creek.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a weird exchange, that's for sure. The number advantage is there for Broder, but it's not very satisfying, let's be completely honest. Zebasai is down, Bimman is down. They're probably going to pick up the second point, but Rake and Captain Hacks are about to spawn right now, so this exchange definitely is not over. Broder's not going to be able to walk in for free here, that's for sure. I was 90 degrees is probably going to meet them with open arms and might try to fight them here on PC, because you see Supker and Captain Hacks making their way through together with Koss. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen. 100% Uber versus 98% Uber. Jukebox dropped to the floor, and technically that's a very solid 6 versus 5. They need to catch something onto Maryland, though, as only now he crits Kriegs, and let's see, can they get the frags? They get 1, they get 2. Is Broder going to be able to pick up any more? They probably really need to, as Koss now drops to the floor, and Broder once again winning the exchange because they played a Crits Creek right. Actually, I say that, wow, holy cow, Rake is good at this game, and so is Delzik, as they pick up 2 very, very quickly. Their Slin, and this
yeah, I don't know if
exchange
they play the Crits Creek.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
I don't know if they play the Kritzkrieg right. They seem to be taking it on Zebo's side every single time there, but it's still working out for them. Zeb is so good, he just picks up those frags anyways. Looks like still an exchange here on the second point as both scouts are all over Zeb, Jukebox, sorry. They take him down. Maryland goes down here as well to Rake, and Delzik very nicely played. That's going to keep that fourth point there for 90 degrees, and now with a very large advantage, Koss is looking to turn this around and get around for 90 degrees.
No, very well played there at the moment. 90 degrees, the scouts, Rake and Delzik showing a very, very good process so far. The coordination between the two seems to be absolutely splendid, and it's making sure that they can win exchanges which they're technically supposed to lose, let's be completely honest. There's 80% right now onto Koss, over to 25%, most likely crit streak onto Maryland. So I'm just flicking over to him. No, he does actually have the regular medigun. They're going to have a 50% advantage clearly here for 90 degrees as they make their way into last. Really, this should be a point they want to pick up.
Yeah, the Uber comes in very early because they do know that there's a sniper there for Broder. Jukebox, though, another sniper, gets the kill onto Delzik early on, and actually, somehow this Uber is completely failing for 90 degrees. They're trying to stack the point, not going to work out for them. Only Salmon and Koss alive. Broder picking up all the kills. Soldier behind in the upper. He's going to get taken down there by Zebasai, and only Koss makes it alive. At least he makes it out alive with his life. Maryland goes down in that exchange, but Broder able to hold off that Uber without one of their own.
Very well played at the moment still. 90 degrees. It was a very tough one, definitely, because they use Jukebox and Cookie on Sniper, and this is something Broder has done before. This is something they do on Gullywash quite a bit. I've seen it on Snakewater last happening, where they have so many good snipers in their lineup, they're allowed to use... Like, Zebasai can snipe as well, right? So everyone can snipe on that team, and it gives them the advantage that they need. And again, Broder seems to be doing this strategy. They don't care about advantages. They just go, and Jukebox making his way through is not going to be able to pick up the frag, though. And now with a clear disadvantage, is 90 degrees going to be ballsy enough? Or are they going to be able to make their way through? And this Uber advantage is clear once again. Can they break through the Scandinavian nut here?
Great pick there on the rib. They're looking like they're chasing a scout towards the lobby there, as well as Delzik and Super pick up another kill on the Bib. And that's like the combo for 90 degrees is already coming in towards last. Captain Hacks goes down, a little bit of a mistake, but still they have the number of advantages they need. They got the second point captured, and here they come now, rolling in towards last. Took for great damage there to force the Uber from Maryland. Is only got Cookie alive to try and get some frags, and this isn't really going to happen for them, but the respawners are going to be up for Broder. They're able to hold that off just a little bit longer, but Koss has that Uber advantage now. Still nicely played by Broder, and they're actually picking up more kills on the Demo Man in the lobby. Great job there by Bib.
A little bit caught off guard there. Sukper gets shot down to the floor. Captain Axe picks up Bibbin, but he's not going to mind the fact that he died right there. As Broder, with that Devilman frag, got to make their way through to the second point. And that Uber advantage you spoke about, it's there, but it could have been a lot bigger if Koss was actually healing throughout that entire thing, as right now, it is only like 20% or so. Now, Broder is not known to build this Uber as fast as some other teams. They're not very dedicated to it, but in all honesty, neither is 90 degrees at the moment. So this Uber charge, pretty much, like, it's not going to even out completely, but 90 degrees is going to bank on an Uber charge advantage, and they don't really have it. If they can take down Maryland here, that would be a miracle.
Looks like they want to make something happen. Looks like they're bombing all of their players in already. Maryland is trying to position himself in a way that they can block the Spire, and Jukebox gets that pick on the Captain Hacks there. Now here comes Maryland out to block this, but the better Uber comes in from 90 degrees. Can they get the frags that they need with this Uber? And Rake goes down to Bibbin, and now they're down 2 players. This Uber is not looking very good. The last couple Ubers were looking that good. Sukper, sorry, gets a pick there onto Bibbin. But Broder comes in now, and with that high ground advantage, getting lots of, and that's going to force 90 degrees out the choke. They lose their medic in the process there, and Maryland now able to turn this around for his team.
Very well played once again by Broder. They seem to know exactly what to do to win these massive 6v6 team fights. As you can see very clearly, they flank, they catch 1 or maybe 2 players off guard, and it forces Rake to do something he probably wouldn't have liked. Like, he likes sniping, don't get me wrong, but I think really sniping feels like a last resort to Rake. He gets the pick onto Maryland, though. Was he just not called or something like that? Maryland was standing still, straight in the sniper line of Rake, and really he picks up the frag. Jukebox gets taken down in exchange with Salmon. Again, with Maryland going down right now, there might be a window here for 90 degrees in which they can push aggressively and make it work regardless of what happens.
Yeah, with Broder down 2 players though, they're going to have a hard time holding this mid, and 90 Degrees want to make this push happen. They're leading their demo man through the choke, and Rake is actually looking for an angle. That second point is getting captured behind them though. The soldier bomb comes in, Zeboside now this time gets denied there by Rake. Delzik picks up another kill, but they lose their snipers. Scout's going to come in from the sewer, but no, Cookie isn't able to make that work, and Broder are down 3. Still number disadvantage for them. Jukebox on sniper here, on his own choke. He sees the soldier up in the air, hits a body shot, but not going to be enough there. Salmon comes in and gets the pick onto Maryland. Now without their medic, looks like 90 Degrees have a chance here, 4-on-4 to try and get mid.
Yeah, 90 Degrees, obviously they lost their medic though, which is a little bit unlucky. I can see that Broder is definitely going to try and make this one work. They make their way in, Biven goes down, but in the other hand they pick up 2 frags. Rib and Zeboside both picking up 1 here. Salmon and Delzik drop to the floor, and let's have a little bit of a look. What exactly is the status of everything at the moment? Both teams just have their medic spawns. They both lost a couple of players, but they both had a couple of players also picking up frags. See Jukebox sniping here, and again, Captain Axe just gets a body shot straight in his face. And he's not going to be able to build for his medic there for the time being. Both medics are about the same percentages, but Broder, again, this is what they love doing. When they have any advantage, they make their way in. And really, 90 Degrees, I don't think they have anything to do apart from sending in Salmon, and again, I didn't think it would work, but Salmon picked up Maryland.
It's not going to be enough though. Even though the medic goes down, they've lost too many fragging classes. Both their soldiers went down in there, and then Rick gets 2 kills, but it's not going to be enough. He's trying to win the 1v1 in the lobby. Can't even. Oh my god, Broder with a 3k there to take down Biven at the very end of that. Jukebox and Rib, the only one alive. Rib on the point. He's in trouble. Captain Hacks all over him, and here comes Rick to try and finish off that kill. He gets a 4k there now, as Rick is all over Jukebox. A 5k from Rick, and very nicely played by 90 Degrees, all on one man's play.
Ray going absolutely huge there, picks up the 5-man, and Broder really gonna have to be playing from the back foot once again. This is a very back and forth round. Broder started good, very, very good even. They picked up the 2-0 in just a couple of minutes time, but now, for the past 10 minutes, we've seen a crazy round unfold. This 90 Degrees, again, if they pick up this round, you gotta keep in mind, guys, it's only 2-1. We've been speaking as if Broder has been winning this game for a long time, and yes, they're looking better. Yes, they're winning every single fight that is in their hands, but in all honesty, 90 Degrees is making their plays work. They're dodging things here and there, and they're making sure that they can do exactly what they want to do in their fashion. You see Salmon bombing in right there. It's something that he likes to do. Didn't work out this time around though. Last time he did manage to pick up Maryland. I doubt it is a crit streak, but it might just be. Obviously, as a cost, I'm supposed to check that, as Maryland now drops down to Captain Hacks.
Yeah, they made the push happen before their medic was alive, and he goes down there. Now 90 Degrees with a chance to turn this one around. Maybe that could be a round-winning play there, but Biven trying to turn the tide here. He takes down Delzik at mid, goes down to Rake, who's on fire right now. Broder down 3 players, including their medic, and Cost is trying to hold on to the super advantage. Doesn't want to use it quite yet. Jukebox hiding in the sewers, but he's on the completely wrong side as the 90 Degrees are trying to take it through the IT there. Captain Hacks jumps out and does take down Rib there with the help of Suckper, and now they're looking to roll it straight through to last. They know that the demo man is down. That's a key player for them, and Broder are trying to hold this one off. They're not going to get an Uber in time. Zeboside picks up a kill on the medic, but that's the wrong guy to kill when you're trying to push last. It looks like 90 Degrees have more fragging class alive. Captain Hacks and Suckper all getting kills there. Suckper throwing in stickies towards the point. They're going to get this one here. Scouts all over it. Nice air pipe by Suckper to try and finish this one off. Nice one out of Biven. And yes, finally 90 Degrees getting around here. This was so long, Pledge.
Oh, this was the longest round, definitely. I think I've seen all week, let's be completely honest here, as that round went all over the place. Mistakes and great plays by both teams, but in the end, 90 Degrees picks up a round that they love to have right now. It's a 2-1 scoreline. And again, you can say everything you want about Broder being better, about Broder looking strong and everything, but in the end, it is only 2-1 and 90 Degrees. If they pick up a good middle right here, this could change absolutely everything, and the pace of the game can go the opposite way as Captain Hacks now gets a pick. Cookie gets a pick as well. Broder picks up the second frag though, and it looks like 90 Degrees being forced all the way back here. Cost only on 15 HP. Can he stay alive? Or is the English medic's going to drop to the forward? Looks like he's going to be perfectly fine, but knowing Broder, they're going to be a last faster than everyone from 90 Degrees is going to spawn.
Yeah, you know, they really tried their best there. Their scouts are doing pretty well this game, but the soldier bombs coming in from 90 Degrees weren't that effective, and they had to run back, and they completely gave up all their presence on mid. That allowed Broder to come in and take the point, pressure the choke, and get them out of there. They're actually going to get the second point down for free as well, and we should be seeing an Uber exchange on last. Rake on sniper on that left side, peeking the lobby, not really seeing anything there, but Broder has all the time in the world to sort of make their play happen the way they want it to.
Let's see if Ray can pick something up, as probably Broder's going to suicide a player in. That's exactly what they do. They suicide, again, we've seen this before, right? They suicide 2 players in usually. That's what they're doing. They pick up 2 frags. They're not going to mind that all too much. So we can see right now it is a 2-for-2 exchange.
Coming in now.
Is Broder going to push 4v4? Yeah, they're actually going to do it. They love their DM, Slin. And right, they're just going to move in 4 versus 4. They don't care about the spawn disadvantages. And give a rat's ass. They're just going to move their way in here. And this might be a mistake. This might be what 90 Degrees was looking for. They get the 2-for-1 exchange. Can they make it 3-for-1? Or possibly even 4-for-1? It looks like they need to pick up that scout. There you go. 3-1 at the moment. As just Rake drops to the floor. That's 3 players from Broder down. It was a little bit greedy by Broder, but that's the kind of style they play. They like making those fights happen. And with the sniper for Jukebox coming out, he is absolutely deadly. As Koss really cannot do anything about that, but just smile and pray to God it doesn't happen again.
Yeah. I never really agree with a team that plays with that sort of, that confidence where they're just playing on advantages that they don't have, but it seems to be working out for them because 90 Degrees, they're able to hold off last, but when they pushed towards second point, they lost a bunch of players there, including their medic, and now Broder is able to turn this one around here as Cookie picks up a kill on a Salmon on the battlements, and now 3 down. Looks like 90 Degrees are going to try and make a play on last. Rake is on heavy, but Maryland is just 20% away from getting that Uber because Koss went down, and this is going to be bad for 90 Degrees to try and defend this last. Cookie getting another kill there, and the Uber comes in now. They're all over the point. Lots of stickies there for the red team, and it looks like 90 Degrees are not going to be able to defend this one after all. Delzik is trying his best to jump around it, but no. Broder make it 3-1.
Broder picking it up again where they left off about 15 minutes ago or something. There was a little bit of delay, guys. The train tracks were just messed up for about 15 minutes or so, but they're going on at the moment. And let's see if 90 Degrees has the energy and the momentum to actually stop that train again where it was going. And with about 9 minutes left on the clock, yeah, there's loads of time left. But with the way that Broder was playing that last round, it was very solid in the way they like to play. With 90 Degrees already losing out on this first player, might spell disaster over the Finns at the moment.
So it looks like they're trying to make something happen on mid, but no, 90 Degrees can't do anything here. They lose their medic, and now Broder are up. Huge advantage now. 5 players up for them. They only lost Jukebox, who went for a really nice bomb, and they look like they could be finishing this round here in just a moment.
Yeah, Broder again, they're just going to move on. They probably are on last already. I'm just checking up. Yeah, they're ready to go pretty much, but they learn. Like, let's be honest, they learned from their mistakes. They've done this a couple of times, and they've decided, you know what, let's just stay here for a little bit, and let's wait for this Uber to actually happen. And now when they do have that Uber, they're going to make their way through the main. Zebasai got launched into the air, but he's going to end up picking up Super anyway. And Koss really under a lot of pressure right now. He has to stay in there. Pray to God that nothing happens to him. But Broder is going to pick up a 6-0 exchange here and pick up the 5th round. The 4-1 comes down onto the board, and now time is starting to run out.
Yeah, this is the same problem they were having on Granary there. They just can't win these mids, but it's just in such a way that they lose their medic, and Broder just able to roll it all the way back to last, and they need to slow down this momentum here from Broder if they want a chance to win this. 90 Degrees are in a lot of trouble here, down so many rounds, and there's not that much time left in this match, just 7.5 minutes. We're gonna see what happens here now. Salmon comes down the left side looking for a bomb. Scouts all over him there. He's gonna get denied, and without the soldier presence, looks like Broder are gonna come in hot. Jukebox gets the kill onto Sukfer there in the 5-on-5, and Broder looking pretty good. Without the Devil Man, 90 Degrees are gonna have a hard time winning this. Rake gets a pick there, but it's not gonna be enough. He's all over the medic and gets Maryland. Great job there by him. So they're going to keep their medic alive, and they're going to actually try to take this mid Zewo side to try and turn this one around, but he's in a lot of trouble down to 10 health. Going to back himself off, and 90 Degrees finally winning one of these mids.
Drake and Delzik are having such a good game together. Let's be completely honest. Drake, really one of the only people able to stand out of the crowd and pick up the frags that he needs here and there to help his team towards victory, at least in a couple of rounds, let's be honest. As 90 Degrees right now, they have a fully charged Uber advantage. Zebasai gets picked up by Salmon. That's a very valuable frag. It's the pocket and main caller from Broder drops to the floor. 90 Degrees, he really shouldn't use this Uber here, and it looks like they're going to be completely fine. They're probably going to make their way into last here any second now. 4-2 would be a pleasant scoreline for them to see. But in all honesty, they need a lot more rounds to be able to do something to Broder here.
Uber's in for 90 Degrees. They're trying to get the frags that they need. They're not really getting them at all, though. Trying to get a lot of more pressure. 6 times capped, but Rib comes in with all that damage on towards the point, and that's going to completely deny this push. This is a massive failure for 90 Degrees. This should have been their round, but they just weren't able to execute properly. Broder did a great job of forcing that Uber, and then playing the point perfectly, collapsing on it, and not allowing 90 Degrees to get that capture down.
They really understand that. If you have a clear Uber charge advantage, Process is not the map you want to push point on. Badlands is a map you want to push point on, where you have a massive Uber advantage, but Process is really not that kind of map. They decided to do it anyway, and well, there you go, pretty much. Drake picks up the sniper rifle, forces that Uber out of that one, As 90 degrees, it looks like they're going to be okay. 6-man still left standing. And now they have an Uber advantage to work with. But really, with only 5.5 minutes or so left on the clock, it's down to Salmon. Can he do it? He goes in. He does not get the frag though, but Rib goes down to the pressure of Delzik. Koss gets taken down by the escape plan at Jukebox. Great play by him. As right now, Broder's going to make their way through it. Cookie, really, all map has been on absolute just... He's playing at a different level, let's be completely honest. We haven't gotten the chance to talk about him all that much, but I think Cookie is almost at about 40 frags or so already with 5 minutes left on the clock. This guy's going absolutely huge this map. The counterpart to Rake. And really, if Cookie wasn't playing this well, I think Rake would have had a lot more space, probably a lot more kills.
Yeah, I think that was sort of a heartbreaker around there. I mean, to be pushing less with full advantage and to botch that push now, down 3 rounds, 5 minutes left in the match. Broder already capturing the second point, and I don't know if 90 degrees can come back from this. They're looking to already push in towards last on that left side there. Miralin taking Rib and Zebosai here. The Uber is popped. Soldier now, let's see how this is done. Broder going to show the enemy team how this works. They're pressuring that right side spawn door. A lot of capture time here now. Zebosai picks up 2 kills, and they're all over the point here. Jukebox is another one, and that's how you do it here, folks. Broder making it 5-1.
They didn't care about the point at all. They just got 1 or 2 or 3 frags and then stickied it up. That's kind of the way you want to do it. And I'm seeing in chat at the moment that Cookie actually has 48 frags already. Obviously 90 seconds into the future, so the game there is almost over. And I think he has like 4 or 5, maybe 6 dominations in that real time. We're going to have to wait and see exactly what's going to happen as Jukebox gets the pick onto the demo. This is something you can do on Process, and Jukebox has done it a couple of times already. This time it didn't get successful as Sucker drops to the floor. And really with this 5-1 on the board at the moment, Broder is going to be looking to clear this one out. 60% onto Maryland, 60% onto Koss, but really, they 4 versus 5. Broder's going to mash onto here. Exactly what they've done a couple of rounds so far, and really, as I said before, the train stopped for about 15 minutes. Finland had it under control. They got onto the brakes, and they managed to stop that one, but as soon as the overwhelming power from Broder managed to break through there, it was all over for Finland. As slowly but surely, Broder manages to steamroll through, get the frags and the caps they need.
And they need to try and turn this one around on last. It's an even over fight here, so this is their best chance to try and make this happen. And actually, Process, it's one of the easier last points to defend, so let's see if they can do this now. Oh no.
A pick from Jukebox coming out of the Salmon. Very well played at the moment, as both teams do have 100% Uber charge. Both teams are going to make their way through. Maryland uses that Uber. Koss right now on about 20%. They got a slight winner to work with. Finland's aka 90 degrees. They need to make their... they need to get some frags. Why are they not getting the frags here? It looks like they're holding on, at least for the time being, but Broder really got to clean this one out, Slin. And I think, really, this is going to be a 6-1 on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Very well played to Broder. And really, in all honesty, Broder was expected to win here. But I definitely expected 90 degrees to put up a better fight than they've done during this entire game.
I think they put up a really great fight on the rounds that they were able to actually play, but on the other rounds, every time they lose mids, that's the key to the whole match there. Both matches, really. Every time Broder won mid, they just rolled it straight to last, and they couldn't slow down the train, like you said, that was coming in from Broder there. And 90 degrees, besides the mids, they played everything pretty well, except for that one last push that was the heartbreaker one.
Yeah, oh god, seriously, don't even speak about that. It was pretty scary, as right now, we're going to make our way over to the interviews, ladies and gentlemen. Zebosai is going to come in, and I think Rake or Salmon is going to come around here as well and make sure that they can answer my questions that I have ready for them, ladies and gentlemen. So thanks for watching at the moment. The interviews are going to come up any second now here at Team Fortress TV, as we're just going to take a very quick break. But after that, obviously, we will be back. We're going to have a little bit of music whilst we set up. But again, you can hear the voices of Zebosai, the ones you heard yesterday, and Salmon or Rake. Either of the two is going to appear here as well, so we can hear the story of 90 degrees throughout that heartbreaking loss.